guys, what's up? My name is Zach, this is Cory and Melissa, and we're back bringing you a new review for Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 3, The Cell. The Daryl and Dwight-centric episode that, honestly, I haven't really liked any of the Daryl single episodes, so I was kind of going into this with low expectations, and I came out actually really liking this. I liked it more than the last episode, and I'm hesitant to say if I liked it more than the first episode, but I'm starting to think I did, because I actually really liked it, especially Easy Street. The music.
Oh,
but I mean, we're going to get into it. We're going to give you guys our pros, our cons, and our predictions for next week and all that jazz. But you know, this is spoilers, so watch out. If you're haven't watched this or you don't care about spoilers, then cool. Go ahead and watch this. If you haven't watched the episode, go back, watch the episode, save this, come back, watch this, like, and subscribe. But here we go. We're going to go into our pros and cons. Let's start with our pros. Melissa, do you want to say your pros for what you liked about this episode?
Overall, I really like this episode. I actually liked it more than last week, and it ties in from the very first episode. I think it was very humorous. Like, parts made me laugh, and I shouldn't be laughing, but it gets to you. And you find more about Dwight, like more about his life and what happened, why he's doing what he's doing, and I like that. I want to find out more. I really want to find out a lot more.
I agree. What about you, Cory? What did you really like about this episode?
Pretty much everything. Just like Melissa said, everything was good. You got to meet more of how Dwight is, why he's like that. You know, you got to see where Daryl went and what he's going through now. And just, you got to find out a lot more. And like she said, it ties into the first episode. So whenever the first episode of them throwing Daryl in the back of the truck, and you're like, okay, where's he going? What are they going to do to him? Now you get to find out, you know, what they're doing to him and where that's leading into.
Another thing I really like, I like the performances and the pacing of the episode. Last episode, it was very
slow.
It was slow, and this episode was slow too. And also for any of you hobknockers that sit there and like comment saying that episode was fucking boring. Walking Dead is a goddamn drama, not a damn action show. So stop fucking criticizing for that. I literally, before I watched this episode, I saw comments saying that episode sucked ass because it was so slow. Like, Walking Dead's meant to be slow. Like, it's not an action show. But it has great action when it gets to that.
Yeah.
That's my little rant for this week. But I will say, I liked Negan's little sanctuary area. We saw a little bit of it outside of it.
We got a little bit more.
And it was cool. It's a lot from how it looks like in the comics. Not as brutal from the comics. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just that little section we saw. But I did like that. I really liked the performance of Dwight. I'm really liking him. At first, when I remember we saw him last season without his burnt face, I honestly thought that episode was horrible. Not gonna lie, I thought that episode was really bad. But now, coming to this season, like I said, what Walking Dead does good is it sets up something that you might think sucked, and then it pays off eventually. And I think that's something that this episode finally paid off, is that we see more of Dwight. I mean, this guy is tortured. Negan's married to his ex-wife. Negan's taken this dude's life pretty much, and Dwight's his bitch. That's pretty much it.
He has no way out.
And that's something big. And the Daryl's performance in this, just being this hard ass, he's very stubborn and arrogant. And when you see that last song, when instead of it playing Easy Street, which I gotta say, Easy Street, it's gonna be my new ringtone, guys. Easy Street is such a very classic song, but for this episode. And I think even as you look at the lyrics, I mean, we watch it with subtitles, as you look at the lyrics, it kind of goes to some of the stuff happening in it. Especially the last song that they played, the crying one. And as you see it keeps crying, you see Daryl just breaking down as he sees the picture of Glenn's head bashed in. Did you like how they put that song in there for him to kind of cry to? And you see kind of Dwight breaking down. Did you like that, Melissa?
I did. But I really like how Daryl didn't fall into, you know, being in the group with Negan. I actually really liked how he stayed true to himself and how he said to Dwight, where he just said, I know why you did it, you were thinking of someone else, which is why I can't do it, which means he's thinking about Rick and his group, and it makes me smile a little because, you know, I love Daryl, and it makes me smile because Daryl's staying true to his group and himself. So I'm just really happy that he didn't fall for that.
Did you like that, Cory? I'm sorry that we're laughing. My dog is eating right now. It's really annoying.
It's like, why are you laughing?
I'm crying. I was trying not to laugh.
Oh, are you crying because of Dwight and Daryl?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
The picture of
Glenn. Did you like that too? Did you like that too?
Oh my god. Yeah, it was good. I liked it because then it kind of just like it broke down Daryl more, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, he
And
crushed a lot. Have you thought?
Yeah,
well, he thinks more that he's feel guilty because
they show him he
know?
tries to be a hard ass, but there's certain things that break him down, and them putting that picture and it just showed that he just wants to be a hard ass towards them, that he's not really a hard ass. It shows like who he really is, kind of.
And I mean, this is something. I mean, it's really sad because I mean, we hate to blame Daryl, but it is kind of his fault that Glenn's dead.
It's completely.
I mean, Daryl's he wants to help his friends, and that was not the right thing to do, but he was kind of defending Rosita.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you understand, but, like, and I mean, you see Dwight's in pain, too. I mean, he lost his wife's sister. That was his fault,
basically lost his wife.
And his wife.
Kind of.
And, I mean, you see them smoking this. That was her smoking the cigarette with him, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see that, and it's just, you can tell they're just very strained. And, I mean, even when she took the pregnancy test, I'm guessing that was for Negan's kid, right?
Or it could be Dwight's kid, like they're doing it secretly, because then if she gets pregnant, maybe
well,
Negan.
I think it was Negan.
Maybe
secretly. You know?
That's why I think he was a dick about it. Like, oh, maybe next time.
Yeah, but maybe.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, maybe I was thinking of it as him or Dwight and her were trying to get. She was trying to get pregnant so that way Negan would stop messing around with her. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think we can also see that Negan's
since you
just
said
a
that,
despicable person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But also, gotta shout this out. Jeffrey Dean Morgan always doing a great job. I think
I love you.
He's perfect as Negan. I mean, people were like, "Why do you like Negan?" You see in this episode just his humor and how he is.
It's not just the episode; it's just him. Like he's an amazing actor. Like, I love him so much, and I know that most people don't.
I love that scene between him and Dwight when they're talking about how he's like, "Man, you earned it. You get whatever you want."
As long as she says yes.
Yes. And I mean, he has those funny quirks, and I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan just portrays Negan perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they could have hired a better actor to play him. I mean, I'm sure you could put any great actor in there, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan
he's having
is
fun
Dwight.
with his character.
Yeah.
He's just role playing it. I feel like some of the stuff that he says is not even in his script.
Oh, not at all. And I mean, it's great. But that's what we come to. We've said our pros. Do we have any cons for this episode? Is there anything in here where you're like, I don't think it needed to be in there? I think my one thing is Dwight going out on that little chase. Okay. Part of that I think could have been told in like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
that's true.
The little zombie, like when I didn't get that.
I when the zombie dropped.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Now, if that would have made sense if it was where Daryl had blown them up with the rocket, and that's where he'd seen it, I would have understood that more. But that didn't really make any correlation. Maybe if like he said what he had said something to Daryl about it or something, but no, for me it was just it's Walking Dead, so we have to show zombies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then
in the beginning they didn't show much, so they're like, okay, we have to catch up. We have to show more zombies.
I think it would have been better if he would have just rode the bike, saw the guy maybe fighting the zombie through a house or something, and then ran up and tackled him. Did that whole thing, because then I think that scene went very well. Maybe had the guy pushing his motorcycle, like it could have been something to show. Because I mean, we all see that, but I mean, we see this, and that was probably my only complaint I could really see with this episode. When the episode did start, though, I was like, God damn it, please do not be another Kingdom singing episode.
That's
what I was thinking too.
Like I said, I don't like last episode.
I don't know how I feel. Maybe just because it's different, but I don't really like the intros. The last two.
The first one was really good.
I don't.
It was just
the first one was but the second
and
and this one, with the intros just being, you not getting the vibe that it's still The Walking Dead. It's like you feel like it's some other show.
But The Walking Dead is changing a lot.
It opened up with sitcom. Sitcom.
Yeah.
Thing, so it was very weird, but.
Sandwich, by the way, is probably the best food that they've had, like in The Walking Dead.
Well, that's for Dwight.
I mean, and
it just portrayed that it kind of foreshadowed just a little on how good Dwight's doing by being Negan's bitch and how shitty it is when you're not, and that's why they're showing the sandwich for Daryl.
Did you guys see any other cons for the episode, or was that the main con you guys saw?
The main con for me would have to be just the intros being different, of making it seem like it's not even The Walking Dead. I don't really like that, but it's whatever. It's probably just because it's different.
Yeah. Did you have any other cons to this?
I really didn't have that many cons. It's just the part that you mentioned. It was kind of weird when I was like, what's going on with the zombies?
I think they added that in there too because they needed more time in there.
Yeah, kind of like stalling a bit.
Yeah, because I mean, like, Walking Dead, sometimes with their filler episodes, like, there are some episodes in there where you're like, that was just stupid, you didn't need that.
Mm-hmm.
This episode, it could have easily fell into filler, but it wasn't. And usually when it's a big risk of someone to take a character that, one, if you're a huge Daryl fan, you're gonna fucking hate Dwight. You know what I mean?
And Negan.
Oh, yeah, but...
And I think that was a big risk of the people who make the show, the showrunners and everything, to be like, hey, you know, let's do an episode all about Dwight. Pretty much about Dwight. It wasn't really much about Daryl. It was more about Dwight and learn about the Saviors, and that was something I really liked. And before I even watched this episode, I saw someone had posted saying, Negan seems like he's falling into that cliche villain. I don't think he is. I mean, we learn more about him. Okay.
Oh, God.
Excuse my dog. She wants attention.
He's cute, though.
But I don't think he is. I mean, he's Negan, and I think it's really cool what we're seeing.
He's an
interesting...
He's a villain,
and
he's like every other... He's not really like every other villain, but he's like...
He's different.
He's unique. He's very different.
And I think if people... Now, for people who've read the comics, they'll understand that Negan has a full arc. He has a full arc, and his arc's still going from where it is right now. And I mean, the show's pretty much catching up with the comics. So that's why there's some episodes where I understand that they're kind of trying to extend it because they don't want to push so much. But overall, I really like this episode. Probably one of the best episodes. It was one of the better episodes of The Walking Dead where it could have easily fell into filler, and it wasn't. And I really have to say that the producers and everyone with this episode, really good writing too, great performances, and I'm really looking more forward to Dwight as well. Dwight's he's not like a Jesus or an Ezekiel for me, where I instantly loved him, but I like his character and where he's going.
Like, I really want to see if he kind of just, like, falls into, like, or, like, kind of team up with Daryl, and he's gonna be like, you know what, he's probably right, I shouldn't be in this mess.
Yeah, but if he teams up with Daryl, what are they gonna do?
Well, that's the thing,
let's go about that.
Because Dwight is one of the main people now.
We're going to our predictions, right? So you're saying you think Dwight's gonna help Daryl?
Yeah, I feel like in a way, like, he's gonna secretly help him. Obviously, he's not gonna make it really, like, flat out there, obvious. But, like Negan said, Dwight is one of, like, the top people. He wasn't, but he is one of the top people, and he does trust him now. So, and Dwight is in charge of Daryl. So I feel like something's gonna.
You know what else I saw is that so for our predictions, I mean, we see you know how you see Daryl and pretty much Daryl gets three choices: become a zombie, work to earn points, or live like a
torture, or just be
pretty much how Dwight started.
And
I think what's going to happen is, if Negan really wanted him to be a zombie, he would have made him a zombie. I think Negan really likes Daryl.
Negan's messing with him.
And I think the next time we do see Daryl and Dwight, I think what's going to happen is that I do think we're going to get another Dwight and Daryl centric episode.
Yeah.
Where I think they're going to go out on a mission, and I think Dwight's going to turn there and say, you know what?
Or like he escaped, like kind of make like, he escaped, I don't know what happened.
And then I think what's going to happen is his wife is going to play an integral part to the whole story, and I think those three main characters are out. Or they're going to start a rebellion inside The Walking Dead. Because I think that the guy who he shot, I mean, you did see that guy was like, why don't we just start a rebellion? There's more
than him, there's only one of him.
And I mean, it's kind of weird that there's never been a rebellion, but you also have to think, wherever this group was before Negan came in, they must have been shit. Like, they must have been in a horrible place.
Well, it's kind of hard to just convince at least just one person. Okay, you got one person, but try to convince everyone else who probably don't agree with you.
It's the same thing with looking at Rick's parallel of Alexandria. Alexandria they were doing fine, but not perfect. Second Rick shows up, I mean, okay, yeah, some things went to shit, but eventually that would have happened to them. So, I mean, Rick trained them how to fight. Rick got them more food. Rick took this town and made it what he wanted it to be. And I mean, yes, it's not the best town now because of Negan, but besides that,
they're better than they were.
Rick has done a pretty good job, and I think that's what's happened with this group is, whatever happened with this group, Negan probably brought some of his men, because I'm assuming Negan probably had a little group of himself.
Well, yeah, he wasn't probably just by himself.
No. I think the higher-ups, like Fat Joe, I mean, come on. You left the cell open. I mean, that was probably a test, but I do think we're going to see more of Dwight. I think Dwight is going to turn on Negan eventually. But for next week, I mean, we saw the preview of Negan coming into Rick's place. Part of me feels like that. How is that episode going to play out? Because for 90 minutes, it's just Negan coming to Rick's place.
It's not going to just be all of that.
Well,
No, I know,
but a lot play out.
But do you think there's going to be action in there and stuff? Do you think there's going to be any revolts or anything? Because for me, it's like, you just saw 2 of your main people die. What are you going to do for 90 minutes? Well, I'm without commercials.
Well, maybe it'll be like them coming in and then taking their stuff and
do you think they're gonna like
rummaging through their stuff, and then they leave, and then Rick's like, maybe that's where Rick tells them like, "Hey, I'm not in charge anymore." It's after
they leave.
Negan comes in and then leaves, and he's like, "Okay, I'm not in charge anymore."
I think,
and then they try and like plan something.
I
don't
do
know,
think
though.
next episode is going to be really slow, and I'm fine with that because
I think it's gonna be really good though.
I think it's gonna be really, it's gonna be like this
Yeah.
one. It's gonna be slow but different
Good.
because we have to catch up with Father Gabriel. We have to catch up with Maggie and how she's doing.
oh yeah
Sasha, Rosita. I mean, we even saw Rosita in there a
there's
couple
3
times.
stories right
And
now.
Carl,
you see
Enid.
Michelle
Yeah,
sniping
Michelle.
somebody.
They're probably just a zombie, right? But no, I mean we have to catch up with so many different characters, and then where's Tara and Heath? Still looking for them. My thing is that I
I forgot about them.
I don't think we're gonna see them for a while, and I know that some parts of with the actor and the actress, one of the actors had a baby, and the actor had another show to go do, so I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be in it that much in the first half. But I think whatever they are, either their episode's gonna be a straight up filler episode, or it's gonna lead into something big.
I feel like it might lead into something big.
I
Like, they
hope
come
it
back
does.
and it's like, whoa.
I mean,
Tell
a
me
lot
about
of
you.
a lot of stuff has changed. I mean, Tara's girlfriend died.
She doesn't even
Abraham's
know
dead.
about it.
Glenn's dead. Daryl's gone. And who knows what else is going to happen in between there. But I do hope that The Walking Dead does keep up this pace of... It's a nice pacing of each episode. It's a nice pacing of the season. Because I'm really hoping that one of these episodes does not end up being a filler episode. Because I will be so disappointed. But besides that, do you guys have anything else to say? Pretty good, enjoyable episode. Very surprising.
I liked it. It was very funny.
I was
and
surprised. It
very
was funny.
entertaining.
I also have to say the one thing I keep forgetting to mention is when Daryl and Negan are talking, or Dwight and Negan are talking, and you see him be like, "Oh, remember when that guy bit your dick off?
But you're,
Can you still use it?" That was very funny. I mean, that's some reasons why I really like
That's
Negan.
great.
And yeah, Negan's a dick, but
He's funny.
he's the
Yeah.
one you love to hate.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's viewers out there who are like, just kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him.
There's a
kill him.
lot of people out there.
You gotta say, when you hire a big actor like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you're not getting rid of him for a while. And that's fine with me, as long as The Walking Dead does not slow down. But other than that, guys, I'm pretty sure we all would like this review. Walking Dead Season 7 is pretty much turning out really good. Let's hope it doesn't turn out like last season, where there's only a couple of good episodes and the rest of the season sucked. Other than that, guys, I'm really impressed with this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you didn't, comment down below. Let us know why. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe to us. That way you can get all the Walking Dead knowledge. We are every Sunday, maybe every Monday morning we'll be trying to post this. Just kind of depends because now daylight saving time screwed us up. But other than that, you guys can find us on Twitter at Pope the King, that car kid,
1995,
and at Melissa Flanny, something like that.
Yeah.
You find her, we always tag her and stuff. But other than that, guys, check this out. Check everything else we have coming out, and also more short films over on our Zandria Studios channel. Have a great rest of your guys' night.